Hello, once more. This will be the final blog of the original series. I'm going to be updating as I add movies, but this will be about the top picks for the year according to my list so far. I have included, as I noted before, two films that I don't necessarily rate at 5 on the list, and one that, oddly enough, I rate at 5 but probably should get bumped for the others. Precious, based on the novel Pushed by Sapphire, is an awesome movie. I understand the hype around it. It doesn't strike me as a best picture, though. This may sound a little weird, but I don't know, something about it seems a little too small, a little too artsy, even by my standards. But I am very tempted to put it on the list. I don't think it should win, but it was an excellent movie. A Serious Man is kind of similar. It's an artsy movie, kind of small, weird. It is weird, even by Coen Brothers standards. But I liked it. I was intrigued by it. The Men Who Stare at Goats was also an odd movie. Grant Heslow's little war dramedy about a psychic unit who can kill, the most powerful of which can knock a goat out by staring at it. Hence the title. Friggin' hilarious movie. One of the best movie posters I've ever seen. I enjoyed that. But the movie itself, a friggin' hilarious movie, and I enjoyed it, every minute of it. It's the one movie on my list that doesn't have any nominations for anything else, which is one of the other reasons why I may replace it with Precious. But it is a movie worth watching that deserves a lot more credit than it's gotten. And I would put it at Oscar level for Best Picture, at least with 10. Now, the next one up is one of the top contenders. An Education is also kind of a small movie, kind of an artsy movie. Really, the same justification I had for bumping Precious should apply to this one. But I loved An Education. I loved it. It was a great movie. It was well done. I've got to put it on the list. Another little art house movie that I just loved, two of them, 500 Days of Summer and Away We Go. Both of them romantic dramedies that very well directed, well handled in every way, well written. Away We Go had some somewhat painful cartooning of some of the side characters, but even though a lot of people bitched about Allison Janney being such a bitch in the movie, and Maggie Gyllenhaal being such a strange character, they both inhabited those characters, and there wasn't a false performance, even if the characters were false, you know what I mean? And the lead characters, though, really made that movie, made it great. 500 Days of Summer, again, just a kinder, gentler Annie Hall, and I loved Annie Hall, so imagine a kinder, gentler one. The Hurt Locker's next up. Great movie. Great movie. Kind of in that middle zone between being an art house movie and an actual action movie. Art house action, I guess. Very rare breed. Maybe that's one reason it stood out for a lot of people. Where the Wild Things Are. Yes, I do put it at number 4. Loved the movie. Absolutely loved it. It is currently my top nominee with, I think, 10 nominations total. I do believe that it was very well made. Inglourious Basterds, love it. And I could say that actually about the top 4. Just absolutely love Inglourious Basterds. Absolutely love Up. Absolutely love Up in the Air. All excellent movies. Bastards, as I've said, was Tarantino's best film since Pulp Fiction. Up, on a quality level, is tied with WALL-E or maybe above it for the best American animated film ever released. It's number 3 on my list overall, maybe number 2. Again, it's very close to WALL-E, and it's hard to say which one I would rate higher. I rate The Incredibles higher on my personal list just because I love The Incredibles, but I will admit on a quality level, that movie rates below both WALL-E and Up. Now I have to qualify it as American animated film. Hodor no Haka, the film released in the States as Grave of the Fireflies, the best animated film ever released. But Up is pretty close, and I was impressed. And then finally, Up in the Air. Just fell in love with the movie first time I saw it. Actually, out of Reitman's movies, I probably loved that the most the first time. So there's a chance that I may actually end up rating it the highest. Acting was solid throughout. The music was awesome. The production value, incredible. Everything about it, high quality movie. And I said before, I'll say again, Jason Reitman in 3 movies has managed to thoroughly impress me as one of the great directors working today. Alright, well, I guess that's enough gushing over the best movies. Didn't really plan to do that. But I think there's not much left when you get to Best Picture because you've already nitpicked all the other stuff in the other categories. We'll go ahead and throw out a couple other things. I've had an idea for 2 more categories that I think they ought to include in the Oscars. I kind of discussed with the actors the difficulty, the extreme difficulty of rating an actual acting, like a 3-dimensional, it's not the word I'm going for, but an actual live action performance where body language and everything is incorporated into the performance against one that's straight up vocal acting. So given that there were so many great animated features this year and that the acting in them was incredible, they ought to have 2 categories added in addition to the 4 I've already suggested. Best Vocal Acting Male, Best Vocal Acting Female. I thought about combining it with the bit role cameo thing, but I just didn't think that was fair to either category. Yes, go ahead and do the vocal acting separate category. It's Fantastic Mr. Fox had absolutely astounding acting. Ed Asner in Up, absolutely astounding. Christopher Plummer in Up was also pretty darn good. Even Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Come on, Mr. T was great in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Bruce Campbell too, and Anna Faris. I have to admit, Reese Witherspoon did a fine job with Monsters vs. Aliens. And Coraline, Dakota Fanning could have done better, but her co-stars, Terry Hatcher and Ian McShane as Bobinski, he's great fun in that role. So, for your consideration, next year, Best Vocal Actor Male, Best Vocal Acting Female, Best Bit Role Cameo Male, Best Bit Role Cameo Female, Best Original Soundtrack, Best Animation Design or Graphic Design. Anyway, happy viewing.